Let's go into it, guys. Let's see what's going to happen. Of course, we got Call of Karma this time on the Legion side, and QOP on the Hellborn team. The blind ban's taking place, and how about that? We got Keeper of the Forest and Ophelia, blind banned by C1K. Then Tundra and Pebbles going ahead and blind banned by QOP. So apparently, Call of Karma were not a fan of the laning Keeper of the Forest last game. They go ahead and use a blind ban on him even.
Yeah, I think it's just more so than they have to lane against him, because it's not like you ban, oh god, who are we going to have against that suicide bubbles? Oh, Keeper, ban Keeper. No, I think it's just more the overall Keeper is just a great team fight hero. I don't really think he's ban worthy though, but I think they're just frustrated, don't want to play against him again, so they just didn't want to deal with it, so bam, you're banned. And actually, C1K is the one to log Draconis after getting a... Well, actually, after SPT first picked him, and there's the hero I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's the Legionnaire, guys, with that new skin. I've seen them play it. It's pretty fun to watch the way that Uncle Chicken plays it. I like his item build, and well, maybe we'll see some Legionnaire play.
Yeah, but you were also talking about, Martyr locked on top of that. Very interesting start here to this lock phase. But yeah, the Draconis first lock by C1K. So I always think that when we have cases like this, the anything you can do, I can do better. That song just pops in my head. I don't know what it is. It's some disorder or something. I need to get that fixed. But anyways, Draconis. So yeah, with that first lock there, we'll see if C1K looks to pick him over themselves. And again, obviously, he wasn't as overpowered and just crazy takeoff as he has been in a couple of games that we have seen here on Honcast. But he still was very dominant in the end, of course, and got the job done. So. By all means, very worthy of a first pick lock even. But this is a really interesting locking phase. Wow, mass support galore here taken care of in the lock pool. So the Martyr we talked about, but then Glacius and Empath to follow up from C1K, and then a Luna quickly final locked by QOP. Now, again, the thing to mention, we have seen that Empath Draconis combination before, and boy, is it deadly. So
yeah.
Would it be surprised to see C1K perhaps go for that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think they're really taking too much time in thinking about these locks right now, especially when you have stuff that's so safe like that. So it's really a grab bag of things to choose from. Anything will honestly work as far as picking stuff out of this lock pool goes. So we are into the banning phase. Polywog Priest as well as Jeremiah banned. Pretty standard right there. Nothing too crazy. Now C1K, if they are thinking about picking up the Draconis, you got to think about what they want to first pick here. There's definitely a lot of good things on the board right now as it stands. There's a Parasite. They banned that last time. The Tempest is there. Well, there's a Parasite ban as well as Nymphora. That's a hero that we sometimes just kind of goes unbanned, unpicked games, and I really think that teams should utilize her a little bit more. That ultimate is probably one of the best ultimates in the game, if not the best. It's just so hard to deal with mid to late game. It really is, guys, when played effectively.
It's one of those funny things. It's one of those things where, and a lot of people do talk about that. A lot of competitors specifically talk about that, just being so annoying to play against and so powerful, yet as you said, I mean, sure, she does get banned every now and then, and she gets picked, of course, every now and then. But as far as actually being picked up or just passable together, that does happen every now and then. So yeah, as far as this game though, we do have it being banned, which I do find interesting. But yeah, Parasite, Dark Lady, and then Mage Bane to finish things up. But again, with the supports there in the lock pool, especially, I can't say it too crazy. Or nothing too crazy as far as seeing that ban. And of course, many options on the board. So the first pick, though, it is going to be Bubbles. Again, with all the support being there, and at least for C1K, them being confident that they're going to get Draconis perhaps as their carry hero, Bubbles definitely makes a lot of sense as a strong first pick here.
Yeah, actually, Bubbles does make sense. He's great all around. I really like him as a hero. But also, Silhouette's there, and Mage Bane and Dark Lady are banned as well. So I would not be surprised at all from seeing Silhouette being picked here by SBT. Other thing that, it seems like I'm talking about this as I'm expected it to be picked, but it hasn't been, is Fade. We saw yesterday Fade being pretty much picked or banned in every single game we casted. I think I'm correct in saying that. But yeah, we've seen a lot of Fade, but Silhouette I definitely think is the best contender here. The Draconis is already locked. Mage Bane and Dark Lady are banned, but they do go with the Magnus and Hag. So mag-hag combination. It's actually quite strong. I like it.
Yeah, it is, and on that note too, again, they don't necessarily need to rush into picking up Silhouette at the same time, because again, if you think C1K is going to pick up Draconis, they're most likely not going to pick up Silhouette with these 2 next picks, so that they could save Silhouette for that 3rd pick. We'll see if that happens to be the case. Meraxis and Tempest are going to be the follow-up for C1K, though, and that's a lot of AoE synergy working right there. But how about that? QOP going with a little bit of shocking pick in Devour, so a little bit oddball here, and now with the lock-picking stage coming up, we'll see if it is that Draconis. Sure enough, it is. Legionnaire Empath, I'm hoping. Oh, Legionnaire Martyr I was actually hoping for. But no, it is going to be Legionnaire Luna at least.
Yay.
And I'm guessing Empath to finish it off. That would make sense. It could be Glacius, of course, but... So we see Legionnaire. That is going to be fun.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Draconis has picked up, no surprise there. I think Empath would be really, really fun to watch. I actually think Glacius would be way better, but something tells me they're going to pick Empath. I think they're going to try something a little more unstandard. So yeah, they do go with Empath. Like I said, I think Glacius is a little bit better because that Ice Imprisonment is very good against Wretched Hag, as well as Legionnaire, as well as Magmus, because obviously it reveals once you get it on Magmus. They cannot blink on Hag, and Legionnaire, it stops his charge. So I think, the wall can be useful too, but I think Glacius would have been a little bit of a better pick. But that being said, Draconis and Empath, as you said, is very, very strong late game, even mid game. Actually, anytime Empath decides to jump in him, it's strong.
Yeah.
But there's that new skin of Legionnaire. I love it.
It is a pretty baller skin, if I say so myself. It's
very big, I will say.
Well, the weapon especially is just massive. Yeah, it's a huge axe. Of course, when we get into the game, we'll show you what we're talking about. But yeah, this is one of the newer skins. Of course, I think did it just come out today? Even I think it did.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it came out today with a couple other skins for that matter. I think the Parasite one, maybe one more, but. Yeah, there you go. That's the Decapitator, I think is what he's labeled as. Yeah.
Look at that. That looks awesome.
That is a massive axe, yeah, bloody and everything. So yeah, it's two cool things. Not only do we get to see the alternate skin, but hell, we get to see Legionnaire, which is, I think, actually a very entertaining hero. We have seen a great success on the hero. We've also seen him doing very, very poorly. He's one of those heroes that seems to just do very, very well or just, really nothing for your team. So, and a lot of that does come down to, well, one, of course, being the RNG factor with the creep stacks or the creep camps in general, hoping for some good ones. And another part of it, how active is he? Because Legionnaire is a jungler that can actually be fairly active when it comes to ganks with that charge and taunt ability. We'll see, or if he spends more time in the jungle.
Yeah, the other problem with Legionnaire is it's very easy to counter him in the jungle he really is dependent on his jungle. It's not like a Wild Soul where if you start screwing with his jungle, he can kind of move and farm Ancients or even go to the other jungle. Legionnaire's kind of stuck. Like he has to be there unless you decide to go laning Legionnaire, which actually is quite strong, by the way. Don't see people really do it anymore, but it is strong. They do go. I wanted to talk about their lanes though too. Magmus Aluna is mid, and Devo is top. So I didn't really get a chance to really check out their lanes, but yet again we see that. Suicide Hag, not really a big fan of that, because he's not really going to get anything against this Draconis Empath lane, but hey, whatever, I guess.
I will say there's no stun. Well, they do got the Essence League stun, but really not the most powerful necessarily, so maybe that'll be to the benefit of Wretched Hag at least, but
yeah,
still.
Well, Empath can pretty much just 1v1 him with no problem at all.
True. Because
he can auto-attack as well as Essence Link is going to give him life back while draining. So it's really, really strong. If I'm not carry, he decides to just walk past the creep wave, presses Q on him. It will not aggro creeps, so he can press his Q on him, and if he doesn't attack him, it won't screw up the lane control.
How about this? Magmus. Okay, so yeah, Magmus is mid. He actually goes first level Volcanic Touch with the axe or the hatchet, of course. So yeah, he turns it off though right off the bat, which I find very interesting. You maybe want to give some insight as why you turn that off right off the bat here, Trell.
Well, he doesn't want to screw up lane control.
Yeah.
So he has it exactly where he wants to have it. Aluna doing a lot of damage and a lot of aggression here on this Bubbles.
Jeez.
Bubbles is going to have to use that health potion here pretty soon. He's already eaten 2 trees actually. He's down to 4, and he's still at very, very low life. So Aluna doing exactly what he needs to do. Part of the reason why I don't like a Luna, Magnus, or dual lane mid like this is because you don't have very much room to work with. But Repugnance has proven me wrong. He's doing a really good job here in the mid.
Yeah, and at the bottom lane, it's, again, no surprise, but Wretched Hag forced to blink away very aggressively as Empath just really pushing him back. And as you said, just right-click, press that Q.
Oh my
Bloodlust kill, though, coming in the middle lane as they take out Bubbles right there. Power throw being used by Luna to get the Bloodlust kill. I unfortunately missed it. I really should have been watching. I apologize, but I was talking about Empath, so I went to her real quickly. But anyway, so Bloodlust kill in the middle lane. Now, again, you see Wretched Hag. Oh, she's going to get stunned right there. We see the Blazing Flight going to be used by Draconis, but he's not going to get nearly close enough, and Wretched Hag will be more than fine. But, man, Bubbles is just getting locked down as well. This is just a very interesting start here in this laning phase for both teams, really.
Yeah, now, I answered the question about why he turned off the lava, or what's it called, the Volcanic Touch.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't know why he got it at all. Like, I really don't know. And actually, he's going to take so much damage, Bubble's going to fall. Oh, this Luna Magnus. I mean, I've talked about before, Luna Magnus combination is really one of the strongest dual lanes in the game. And in fact, I'm actually kind of wondering why they didn't even do that top, because they know that either have to be a dual lane top or a suicide. There's not going to be a tri-lane of any sort because of that Tempest. So they pretty much could have crushed anything they wanted to, but I think they wanted to take the safer route and throw this duel in against what they knew would be a solo mid.
Yeah.
But even then, there's a potential for Draconis in there. So yeah, I don't know. But either way, they're doing really well mid. They're controlling it well. They're doing tons of damage, and Bubbles has got to be hurting right now.
Yeah, but as is Wretched Hag. So really that's the comparison to make. Bubbles compared to Wretched Hag, and neither one doing all too well. Again, Bubbles in the middle, and the double damage. Luna, she's going to get a kill herself! The power throw comes out. Magnus was running up, but it wasn't even necessary. The Luna just does it all on her own. We already have a 3-0 hero kill start, so again, at least Hag is surviving, so that's the good thing. But Bubbles now, 3 deaths. That cannot be good news here for Call It Karma.
Yeah, when we talk about when we have an action-packed game, it's usually a 1 kill a minute, but we don't really talk about 1 kill for that one hero. Yeah. And we've got 3 kills in the game, all 3 made by Repugnance in 3 minutes, so very good start there for him as a support Luna who's got the top farm. Oh, nope, almost the top farm in the game.
Just about up there now. Okay, so we talked about Legionnaire a lot after the bat. Obviously, it's fun to see him. We talked about the middle lane now, the bottom. But what about this top lane? By the way, Devour. We really haven't mentioned too much about him. This isn't a hero we see often really at all in the competitive scene. First off, this matchup, Devour against Moraxis, it seems like at least he's actually doing a very good job up here against Moraxis.
Yeah, I actually think it's quite even, to be honest, in this lane. The only thing, though, is with Moraxis, Luna keeps roaming here. He's roamed, I think, twice now, and that's got to put a little bit of pressure onto Moraxis. He can be killed by Devour. Now, if he plays his cards right, I believe that the W can actually block the hook.
Really?
Yeah, it can actually. I think it'll just like bounce back and nothing will happen. It's kind of funny to watch.
It does block an arrow from Valkyrie,
right?
So.
I think it will block it, as well as obviously it will block the ultimate. So good job for him leveling. And actually, Moraxis, just as we're talking about him. Oh, there he does get hooked, but I feel like he's still gonna pursue this Devourer. Did he? He did max his axis, so yeah. He's got a man up there, Jellyfish. Come on!
Yeah,
it's too late now, in fact, because the health potion was popped by Devourer. He's gonna have that mana potion, so once he's level 6, he'll have enough mana at 240. Yeah, that was his kind of window to do something, but he decided not to do it.
But as you talked about, we do have a Devourer. He's got to be getting level 6 here in the near future, and I wonder if he, especially if he gets more access before the level 6, then if he could definitely try to make a kill happen here at the top lane. There we go. He hits level 6, so you see more access. Has a good amount of life right. He's going to kind of charge in, but not going to really go for it. Just going to keep the pressure on. Maybe try to get him low enough and then go for the kill. But Moraxis, again, he's playing very defensively up here at the top side, and that's definitely working out very well for Devour. Middle lane, the tower taking a bit of pressure there, as, of course, Bubbles, what can he do, though? We've already seen the case and how difficult it is for him this game. Luna gets delivered boots and a Ring of the Teacher right there, so that's good for her. Wretched Hag at the bottom lane taking a Dragon Flame, getting pushed back, taking some auto attacks and forced to blink away before she eventually dies. But let's take a closer look as far as individual farms. So, of course, the free farmer for the Hellborn team, that's Magnus. You're looking at 350 gold per minute. Having that assist helps. 33 and 16 creep score. Then you got Draconis, who's 320 gold per minute, 33 and 18 creep score. So Magnus is winning the gold farm right now, and the creep farm is actually very identical. You see him missing the sun right there, but still hitting the creeps nonetheless.
Yeah, sorry, I was watching the top engagement while I was talking about that. It was very close. So if he did connect that hook, he would have been able to get the kill. The W was used by Moraxis, so ulting was not in the option. and the stun coming out from Max has made it just a little bit more difficult. But yeah, what were you saying about Draconis? Sorry.
Magnus and Draconis, I mean, they're very comparable right now with farm. We do see at the bottom lane, though, speaking of Draconis, Luna in a little bit of trouble. Out comes that Dragon Breath, though. Wall was keeping her place, but that turnaround right there with the power throw. Repugnance right now is doing fantastic here for QOP. We see Magnus coming in. Empath will also fall, and Wretched Hag goes 1-0-1 now as a result of that. She's near that 200 goal per minute mark all of a sudden. Oh, man, QOP is just such a strong start here, Leon. Very good turnaround kill into Draconis right there.
Yeah, I mean, I know Draconis, or I know Draconis. I know Repugnance as a TMM player, kind of in the top level of the American scene, and I've always regarded him as a pretty good player. But boy, he is really impressing me with his play right now. He's he's playing like a very seasoned player. Lots of patience right there. Most players would fear kind of I missed a kill right there, but that's just casualist on that hugely farm Magnus doing you know, a lot of damage. Bottom lane, I'm missing a little bit of action. Hag might be in some trouble, but no, he'll be just fine. But yeah, most players would have ran in that situation, but he just manned up, knew that he would have the better end of the stick, and got that power throw connected, actually got the kill, and then still manned up and held his own. So he's playing very smart, and I'm very impressed with Repugnance right now.
Yeah, you see right there, he actually tried for an Emerald Lightning stun, using the minions first, maybe try to get on Draconis, but didn't end up hitting, so Draconis more than fine. But still, a lot of pressure is being put up down here at the bottom lane. Meanwhile, at the top side, Morax in a lot of trouble. There goes the hook beam. He was a Devour, will barely survive. He did ulti, so of course what made him so large, and of course Legionnaire came in. He even decapitated early, but it just didn't matter right there. So, oh yeah, by the way, there's a Legionnaire on this team, and he actually does something right there. Picking up an assist at least for his, or actually he got the kill even, so.
Yeah, one interesting thing about Legionnaire, though, when he was going up there, I was waiting for the well-timed taunt. However, it's not even skilled.
Wow.
So taunt is not skilled.
Interesting.
I don't agree with that at all, actually. Despite Uncle Chicken, I know he's a great Legionnaire player, and he's farming just absolutely so well in this jungle. I've been watching him. He's actually had good spawns. He's triple stacking everything.
His item build too. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that too, but yeah, I don't really agree with. I mean, leveling up your Whirling Blade gives you 25 more damage, you know, per level up. Now, it's good once it goes from 1 to 4, but you could save 1 level for a level in taunt. Come on now, it is simply, you know, worth it. But anyway, yeah, as far as his item build, he did this exactly when I played against him one game, and he went Helm of the Victim, Ring Mail. I think he went Bulwark. Did he pick that up? Yeah, Bulwark, and then he goes into Sanitarius right after that. So he doesn't even get Helm of the Black Legion on him.
Jeez.
He's going to block his own camp right now,
yeah,
by the way.
very different. Oh, you see, yep.
Almost.
Oh, it passed right over it. So, but man, already a Soul's Bulwark. Jeez, Helm of the Victim, Soul's Bulwark. Yeah, this is a very unique item build. I mean, I'm used to watching Phil do his thing. But yeah, I guess, you know, maybe I should watch some other players. Maybe this or Uncle Chicken guy. Call him Super Chicken. Yeah, that's very unique, but it's obviously working out here. I do agree with you with the taunt. It's, you know, using at least the 1 level just to have for the sake of setting up ganks effectively is pretty solid. But man, he's been triple stacking these camps quite efficiently too. I've been keeping my eye out for that. We do see at the top lane once again initiation on Moraxis is going to W right here. Maybe there comes a good. There's a W, but you see they're playing very patient, waiting for it to fall off. Out comes the ultimate, and he's just going to be able to get away. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, a kill happening actually on a Tempest as he was trying to run in, but it looked like a counter kill even as the Legion team maybe even initiated. But yeah, even Kelpfield was used right there. But man, QOP 8-0 hero kill advantage. They are just really dominating this early game here.
I know, they're doing so well. Everyone's farming immensely. Even the Hag, who is suicide against an Empath Draconis of all heroes, is level 6, and he's got a kill and an assist under his belt. So everything is looking right for QOP, and on the other side, everything's just looking horrible for C1K.
Empath, you're in a bad spot here, Empath. Because the Shell Surf sung at the sea, but now Bubble's in a little bit of trouble. I don't know about that, really committing to a jump in. He's trying to do a little bit of ring around the rosy. Tempest running in. Tempest does not have its ultimate. Of course, it was used the last fight. Bubbles gets caught there by the Luna. Second, use a takeover. Trying to survive a little bit longer. Has the Shell Surf. Not going to be able to get it off in time, though. And Tempest, not much more he could have done right there. Draconis running up to the side. Draconis will pick up a kill right here, it looks like, onto a Luna. As, yeah, she really ran into the rest of the team. But both Magnus and Wretched Hag are completely in the running. Hag, of course, has the blink. Magnus does not have enough mana for a Lava Surge, but I don't think it should matter in the end. Wretched Hag blink right near Draconis, actually. Oh, no. Wretched Hag Hag now in a lot of trouble. Are we going to see a Dragon Flame? Dragon Flame for the kill. No, it's not enough for that kill. Wretched Hag barely lives. A final auto attack, not going to do it. Down to 14 life, and she will stay alive in the end. Oh, man. Good timing on the power supply and everything. Just great getaway from Hag there in the end.
Yeah. You asked me this, I feel a couple of games ago.
Almost.
About maxing that Blazing Flood and Draconis, and you know, I was kind of indifferent about it, but I should have really said what was in my gut, and that's I don't really agree with it. I mean, yeah, you can farm with it, but you shouldn't be really leaving the farm to do triple stacks by the time you're until you're level 9 or 10 anyway. When it should be maxed out secondary anyway. Secondary to what? To Dragonflame. I think Dragonflame is really what needs to be maxed out here, and I think he's missing out on a few kills because he hasn't leveled it up. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, W is a great farming tool, but you should be doing most of your farming in the lane, like I said, until you're level 9 or so. So I don't agree with it maxing out the W pretty much in any situation.
Yeah. On that note, I mean, Draconis, he is farming 313 gold per minute. You can see he's actually going to do looks like is that a triple stack? Yeah, it is a triple stack here. A couple of Vulture Lords and a Minotaur, and you see how quickly it gets cleaned up with the Blazing Flood and that Fiery Barrage mixed in. So this is Draconis. He's doing pretty solid, and it's safe to say, I mean, he's going to be the hardest carry of this game. Nice hook right there by Devour, by the way. Gets Bubbles. They get that kill. Do they have any vision over here? They did have a Ward of Sight right here, so yeah, that's probably how they spotted him. Wasn't just purely a blind hook by any means, but yeah, still very good hook coming out right there from Parakletos playing at that Devour, and it picks up an easy kill on a Bubbles. Now pressure here in the middle lane. We'll see if they're able to put up enough of a defense. It's just out of deny range. 169 life, needs to be at 130, of course. So that's unfortunate for C1K right here, but they're all camping it while Draconis is pushing this bottom lane. Again, just trying to keep his farm increasing, which it definitely is. But we are going to see the wall come up from Empath. It's going to be so close, but it's going to be taken out by Parakletos right there again on Devour for the official tower kill. And Legionnaire just still in the jungle doing his thing at 385 gold per minute. He has Ghost March or Soul's Bulwark. Is this, does he not go Portal Key? I mean, is it not priority for him?
He does. He'll go, I'm guaranteed he goes.
Oh, big fight, by the way, coming out. Eruption going to go over there on the Tempest ultimate, actually. So Tempest dropping, but a good full channel Tempest ultimate, but a bad blast is used, and a double tap being picked up by Natsuku playing at that Wretched Hag. We do see Devour eventually get taken out, but Meraxis is also now in a lot of trouble, so the 3 kills happening for the 1 so far. Meraxis being chased, will end up surviving. It ends up being a 3-for-1. Draconis running in, actually. He's going to try to do some cleanup, but needs to be a little bit careful right here not to commit too much, and he'll be fine. So, falling back in the end. Of course, Magnus, speaking of Portal Key, he does have his Portal Key. But yeah, so expect to see a Portal Key on Legionnaire eventually.
Yeah, that's got to be next item. And yeah, he's just kind of content doing his own thing. Got top farm in the game now, 402 gold per minute. But Magnus, that was a really funny initiation by him, actually. He got that channeled eruption off, then blinked right into the Tempest ultimate. Would have been a little bit better to blink to the side than cancel the Tempest ultimate with the stun, but didn't matter too much. They're just QOP has up such an immense lead. I mean, when you say 10 gold and 11k experience, that's one thing. But when you say that 14 minutes, it's like if you convert that to say like I don't know, a 35, 40-minute game, it would be like 20k. So they're up a ton right now.
Yeah, it's just really, really big here. But yeah, I just love how Uncle Chicken, he is playing this Legionnaire very, very well. It's definitely one of the better Legionnaire performances we've actually seen here on Honcast. Again, not a hero we do see too often. It is unfortunate because he is entertaining, but very well with his farm, and a very unique build, though, which is what I really like about it, both with talents and for items for that matter. But he has 1,500 gold saved up now, so it does look like Portal Key. But yeah, the Helm of the Victim. So I'm guessing eventually that's going to turn in. Is it going to be an Insanitarius, or you think it's Shaman's Headdress?
Insanitarius.
Okay.
I do think you're right, though. He does need Mystic Vestments pronto, but I do know that he loves that Insanitarius build right there. So yeah, probably Insanitarius. Now, bottom lane, we actually see him initiation onto I'm Not Carry, playing the Empath, believe it or not. The hook does go through the wall right there. So well played there by Parakletos and Magnus. So, but during the meantime, they got a mid tower from C1K. C1K got the mid tower, and that's going to help a little bit, but really not that much. They're still trailing, in fact, even more than what I said just a minute ago. Almost like 11.5k in gold, over 12k gold in experience. There's 12k experience. Sorry. So yeah, this game is looking really, really good for QOP, and I'm actually excited to see. Did he pick up his portal key, or did he finish
Yeah,
that
he
soon?
did.
Okay, so I'm actually excited to see him finally initiate in some of these fights.
Yeah.
Him being level 14 and all, because a lot of damage is going to come out. I mean, once you're pretty much going to see a really quick wipe, unless they fail miserably in initiation, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Oh no, they're chasing Draconis. He is going to fall back just in time, though. You see the ward of sight placed there by Repugnance, but Draconis finishes clearing up the triple stack camp. But again, it's not. His farm is not taking off. He's 1-1-0, so not really being. Of course, they only have 2 kills, so. But it's only 322 gold per minute, and it's just really not doing nearly enough here, similar to the Silhouette last game for Call It Karma. Where on the other hand, again, this Legionnaire leading the way, 436 gold per minute. But the funny thing on that, too, as you're saying, maybe he'll start getting involved now, which of course he should, and he's pushing with the team, but he's 1-0-0 himself. Now, they have 15 kills, and he's been only involved in 1 of them, so that goes to show you just how much farm he's actually been doing. But he is joining the team now. He get a tower kill right there, so now 450 gold per minute, and just keeps on going up and up. I mean, Devour, we haven't really kept talking much about him, but he's got a helmet of the Black Legion, his Mystic Vestments, at least in Steam Boots, and he's farming very nice. And then, of course, there's Magnus, who we talked about the Portal Key, but also even has a Ring of Sorcery now on top of that. Astral Lab on a Luna, so even the support doing very well. And then, of course, you got Wretched Hag doing her thing. I think she just purchased a Tablet of Command, actually, which is currently coming to her. Now, again, they are dealing with the bubbles, but it's a Tempest and everything else, so really not too bad of a pickup in the end. But this tower is going to fall, and nothing, just absolutely nothing C1K is going to do to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, I just look at Draconis' farm right there, and he was the free farmer basically in that bottom. Well, he was the free farmer in that bottom lane, and kind of all your eggs are in that basket. Well, so Tempest there, he should be free farming there. And it's actually almost got his portal key, which could really help turn this around if there is going to be any kind of turnaround. It's got to be that portal key Tempest and that surprise factor, as we talked about, coming from that ultimate. So hopefully he can pick that up and they can do something with that. Otherwise, I think they're really kind of screwed at this point. Draconis doesn't even have his Shrunken Head, just bought his Mighty Blade. So he's still another 1,250 gold, or about 1,200 gold away from that. Portal Key picked up a Miraxis. That could help a lot. So some small signs of life here for Legion, but it's still going to be really, really hard against the Legionnaire, who has almost 500 gold per minute.
Yeah, man, Uncle Chicken, you were not lying. He knows what he's doing on this hero. And doing it very, very, very well.
There's that Incendiarius.
Yeah, he's got that finish. So now he's going to be that very intimidating. Even when you think about Legionnaire, you think Portal Key, Taunt, and then Decapitate somebody. But now with that Incendiarius especially, I mean, he can be a very deadly threat as far as single target damage. You see right there, Devour going for a hook. Not going to hit, though, just throwing it out there, seeing if something catches. Unfortunately, nothing that time around at least. Not the biggest deal, though, of course. Legionnaire charging in the middle, and in the meantime, he's going to be busy clearing that up and at least pushing that in while there's this big distraction going on up here. You got I'm Carry playing Draconis. Of course, he's up here as well with the rest of them. But, again, Legionnaire, he's going to come in for the flank. I don't know if he was spotted right there. Looks like no, I don't think he was. Oh, here we go, Legionnaire. We're going to see, he looked like he was. He used Ghost Marchers. Here we go, the Devourer now jumping in. Where is Legionnaire? There's Legionnaire jumping on Draconis. Look at Draconis, just melt right there to Decapitate. Takes him out immediately. Bubbles comes in. Tempest as well. Tempest ultimate was canceled right away. That is unfortunate. He'll be pulled down by Devourer going nom 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 nom. Moraxis is in the background doing what he can, using that portal key, but again, not nearly enough. Nice Magma stun. Wretched Deck with the Sono Scream after the blink. Picks up the kill on the Empath, and now Bubbles shell surfing out with barely any life. Will survive, but Moraxis might not be the same for him. Magma's trying to line up somewhere here. He wants to go. Balls to the wall. Will take out Bubbles right there. Moraxis will also fall when it's all said and done. The Incendiarius Legionnaire with that charge. Too powerful. They're going to start pointing out. And
I was going to buy a port right here. Yeah.
Is he going to buy a port? Okay, yes. A homecoming student, I mean. Okay, that makes more sense. And he'll be fine, so... Wow. Yeah, we saw the power of the initiation right there, and it worked out very well for QOP.
Oh, Lord. Luna might get left here. That's very unfortunate for her, because the portal key came out from Mag. She's like, see ya, bro.
Deja vu? No.
I did use it, but yeah, that's kind of funny. Oh, man.
Poor
I'd
girl.
be pissed.
I would just rage kill her right now.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Same.
Just leave. Yeah, so, but again, that was Thing of Beauty right there. I mean, we just saw... That was a level 15 Legionnaire. I mean, obviously Decapitate, it's what, 600, I think? If there's 600 life, or 625 life or lower. Look at this Legion team. 625 life or lower. Bubbles, Tempest, Empath. 700, 872, and 834 life. So literally, Legionnaire jumps in, does a charge, and he could Decapitate right after on any of those. It could even very likely work on Draconis because a charge and then maybe a spin or two, depending on RNG, then a quick decapitate. I mean, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill on 4 to the 5 heroes. So.
Yeah, and a thing to think about too is that those spins are physical.
Yeah.
So that negative armor coming out from Bulwark is going to help do more damage with those spins. So yeah, it works out quite well. And yeah, he's got almost 500 gold per minute. After he clears these out, yep, hits that 505. So he's having a hell of a game. Now, granted, he hasn't really been doing much but farming this game. So yes, he is farming like a machine, but I mean that's all he really needs to do. The rest of his team is very, very aggressive. Just in their nature, all those heroes are so aggressive between Hag, Mag, Luna, Devour. So you know he's permitted to do a lot of free farming.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like that's a negative criticism by any means. Oh my God, that was a charge right there. That wasn't even decap. I mean, that was just a charge from Legionnaire that just destroyed Tempest. He's running back in, but you see Draconis is going to get a kill on Luna right there. And actually, the rest of them are running back towards Empath. Inside Draconis right now. Well, Magnus will jump in with the eruption. A great lava surge stun. In comes the Legionnaire once again. We're going to see it decapitate. No, we're not, because Legionnaire will fall first. The missing the hook right there from Devour, although we finally see a kill on Draconis. Moraxis in the background, though, was doing some damage, but not nearly enough to clean up. And the Hellborn team is still in pursuit now. Legionnaire did buy back. He sort of reported in, is looking to run back, but Empath will fall. Double tap picked up by Paracletos once again playing that Devour. And now they're going to push this middle lane. So C1K, I mean, they did show some damage in that Empath Draconis. It will do quite a bit right there, as we saw. But still, QOP is just way too far ahead. I mean, look at the goal lead now: 21,000 goal lead, 19,000 plus experience lead. And we are only 22.5 minutes in. So Legionnaire, he's going to go for another free kill. Actually, will he jump? No, he's not going to man up. A little unfortunate right there, but yeah, can't blame him.
Well, I mean, I like his build. I think it's new, fresh, and fun. But you can't get away from the core, the core builds, which are, you have to have investments when you're against a team that has literally nothing but magic damage, at least right now. And maybe in the late game. Actually, Legionnaire gets picked off as I'm talking about him. The stun's coming out, but a hook to save a Luna with the full HP leaves the Legionnaire. That's kind of funny. Doesn't matter. Not enough damage or follow-up coming out from the Legion team. But as I was saying, the vestments is still core on him. So I think if this was a much closer game or against a team of a little bit higher caliber, I would definitely love to see those vestments. I don't think it really matters right now because they are at a 20k gold lead. But I mean, we saw him blink right in there. We were watching. He's gonna go back in and just died like immediately. All the Draconis fire on the ground. Yep. So yeah, you're not that tanky, bud.
Oh, you're supposed to get out of the fire? Yeah, you don't want to stand in the fire. It's not a good thing. I'm carrying on Draconis. Now, again, the GPM, it really isn't impressive, especially for being Draconis. But he does have a shrunken head, and he will be able to use that now going into the next fight. Granted, again, with the Legionnaire, he's shrunken head. What does that do? Not much against me, so he's not really going to care too much. And, neither will Devour to an extent. Of course, you can still nom him, but we'll see. We'll see how much of an ultimate impact that does have for Draconis, who is actually Wretched Dagger going to go the other way, so will not be spotted. But the middle tower going down in the process. Barrier idle finish on Devour. You do got Legionnaire, not going Mystic Vestment, but does pick up a Beast Heart, and at least it is survivability there. But again, you would still like to see that 400 gold investment into the Mystic Vestment, but not coming out just yet. The Hellborn team will be happy with the tower push now. 6 tower kills. Of course, that means all outer towers have been destroyed. And can't blame them for falling back here. They don't want to just rush into anything just too much. Again, one fight where Draconis just presses R, and for whatever reason your positioning is off, and Empath and Draconis, you get the Cataclysmic Assault, and he just tears up your team. Maybe it isn't as over as it's looking like right now. So you do want to be careful in that sense, but they are going to go for a Conquer kill. Now, is there a vision? Yeah, there is definitely visioning right here by the Legion side. You see Luna's going to power snipe just to see where the hell they are, and they are very nearby. Moraxis is going to jump. Yes, he has a pretty good jump right there, actually. Where's the follow-up, though? In we come with a Tempest ultimate. Stunned immediately, though, by Luna. In the background, you got Legionnaire jumping. Draconis trying to turn this around, but the Decapitate again is just too powerful. And we see Draconis fall right there. Magnus with the eruption. Some Moraxis will fall. Codex coming out from Magnus, actually. The level 2 Codex, mind you. And everyone ends up staying alive in the end for the Hellborn team.
Yeah, I mean, that Decapitate just... he must have timed that or just looked perfectly because it did such a huge percentage of I'm Carry's health. And a great turnaround there, or great, I guess, series of events there from SBT or QOP or whatever you want to call them.
It's nearly half his life.
Yeah, I know
mean,
it.
So
it's a ton.
Yeah,
it's a lot. And when all your damage is physical and you have that bulwark, even with that shrunken head up, like you said, it doesn't really matter because he's still going to cut through you. Now, Kongor is going to be killed here relatively quickly, and Token of Life probably going to go on that Legionnaire. He's actually getting really low here. Just goes ahead, walks back, pops that Insanitarius twice to give him basically a free 500 HP. Let's see if he does it again there. Oh, no, he doesn't. He doesn't need to. He's going back to the well to heal. But, yeah, this game is looking pretty much over. I mean, it's 28-6. Let the stats speak for themselves. 30k gold, almost 30k gold, almost 30k experience. Really nothing you can do of your C1K. Maybe hope and pray for a miracle. 5-man ulti on all heroes with everyone waiting to pounce on them. You might get something, but one can only hope.
Yeah, that's really where Call It Karma stands right now as far as this game goes. Just the hope factor, and, well, even to an extent, the throw factor. The double portal key right there. That looked like a thing of beauty, actually, between Devour and Magnus. You see Magnus, he wasn't even attacking Meraxes. That was pretty funny, but for good reason. You see right there the Codex to finish him off. But, of course, with that Volcanic Touch, which is level 4, he was killing the creeps around him, which obviously does a lot more damage than its regular auto attacks with that explosion, which, how much is damage is it for right now? 220 magic damage. Again, not bad there. So, very smart heads-up play there from Magnus. Devour jumping in, but Tempest just a little bit too quick and going to be fine. But it looks like QOP has had enough. They're going to go for a massive push here in the middle lane. Draconis is counter-pushing the bottom lane, but, you know, it's like, well, is that really going to scare the Hellborn team? Probably not. He can push it as much as he wants. So in the meantime, his base will be destroyed. So when will Draconis port back is the question. But this tower is starting to take a lot of damage. Everyone's picking up a portal key over here. We already have a portal key on Devour. I think I saw Luna just purchase a portal key as well. So why the hell not if you're in such a lead, right? So this tower is going to fall quickly, though. And the melee Rex, of course, next. Draconis is still down here. He is going to finally port back as he comes up. But he used his Cataclysmic Assault. Oh, no. He does not have his ultimate right here. He is going to charge in. That would have been pretty good timing right there. He didn't even Shrunken Head either. There we go with the final Shrunken Head right before the Bat Blast. But so much damage is coming out. Can they turn this around? We see the Hellborn team in a little bit of trouble. Legionnaire in the background may fall. He does have the Token of Life, though. Draconis barely staying alive right there. We're going to see a hook. No, we're not. Sort of used. Wretched Hag, though. Wretched Hag will come in to snipe a kill. You see Empath going to do what she can. But no, it's not going to be enough. Draconis will fall. And he can buy back, I believe. Yes, he definitely can. He absolutely needs to, as he does. But what was he thinking using that Cataclysmic Assault right before he ported back is completely beyond me. So this melee Rex is going to fall here. And QOP, of course, will be happy with that for now. As, oh no, Draconis, he's going back in. And in comes Magnus. The GG well plays are being called anyway, so it looks like that is going to do it here. Well-deserved indeed here for QOP. And it's just a matter now of the conceded vote. But again, not that there really was an ultimate chance, but it would have at least been nice to see him save that ultimate for that final fight. But hey, in the end, QOP very deserving, very, very deserving here of a victory. 2-0 over Call It Karma.
Yeah, really well played by them. I still think, actually, despite how good they looked there, was a little bit of sloppy play. Yeah. But, you know, Call It Karma, they stuck it out. Again, we talked about at the beginning of this cast that they did not have to play this game. I mean, both of these teams, unfortunately, are out. They in their group, like you said, it's already sealed that both Vitriolic and TT Esports will be advancing. So, you know, props to both of these teams for sticking it out, getting a little bit of experience there in these top-level games and playing in these top-level games. So, good for them. Unfortunately, C1K didn't win, but maybe they learned something from that. And that's ultimately what you can take from these games that unfortunately don't matter. But, you know, props to them again.
Yeah, over these next couple of days, there are going to be a couple more matches. I believe that it is going to be the same case where, again, it's just because that's just how it ends. But there are also going to be other matches that will really matter. We'll get to that in just a second. But, again, just on this match, QOP, I was really excited to see that. I really was, because, again, Aaron's been hyping them up so much. Aaron, a.k.a. WZA. This is kind of his team. This is his baby here. So he was really excited to see how they would do. And it was fun to watch them at the very least. And it does seem like that, you know, they finished with, well, they're right now 3-3. We'll see how they finish. I believe, actually, they played TT Esports with their final match. So, you know, what TT Esports is already advancing as we, or no, they play Vitriolic. That's what it is. So they play Vitriolic. Okay. So now, Vitriolic is already advancing, but Vitriolic could still use a win just to make sure, because, again, seeding still matters big time going into that quarterfinal stage. And between them and TT Esports, it's not guaranteed just yet. I don't believe that they are going to get first place. So there is still something technically on the line there for Vitriolic. So we'll see what kind of game they bring to the table, and that's a chance for QOP, as, again, nothing to lose on their end. They have a chance to play spoiler in that sense. Why not finish it strong with a win over one of the best teams out there right now, it seems like. So that should be a lot of fun as well, and I believe we are planning on catching that, of course. But yeah, QOP today looked very good. Again, right now they are 3-3 and very respectable here in the group stages, getting some good experience, and hopefully they use that going into their next tournament, as well as continuing to play in the Super Beta testing. So on that note, though, I believe, as I just talked about, though, as far as our schedule is concerned, we got a mix of big matchups here. But look at that, guys. Tomorrow, Saturday, that is August 18th. 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2100 Central European Time. That match, Fnatic Raycall taking on DDoS, a.k.a. that's Swindle Mullins and his team. Man, that is a big matchup there, not only for the teams that are playing, but it also is a lot on the line. We did mention Fnatic. They are now back in the group stages because Q Squad 1 has accepted to do a rematch against them. I don't think that's actually been played yet. So it's not official that Fnatic has won that by any means, but they, at the very least, they still definitely have a chance. So that puts everything out there. So they are set to play DDoS tomorrow, guys, and that is going to be huge. So definitely tune into that. Of course, Pikachu versus Q Squad 613 the following day. Then we got Complexity versus Saishia, another good one there from Group B. Cats versus TTE Sports, actually, from the same group as at least. Well, actually, no, it's not going to be Cats. We actually did change it. It is going to be QOP versus Vitriolic, like I said. But then DDoS versus Trademark Esports is, of course, going to be the final day. And that's another fantastic matchup. So it's a mix of just awesome matchups, a couple of, really not too mattering, but still going to be a great finish here to the group stages 12. And then, as you can see, there is a break on Thursday, next Thursday that is, but then Friday the following day, that's when we'll have a bracket breakdown show where we're going to kind of go over the 8 teams that are advancing on and talk about each of the matchups in the quarterfinals. So that should be a lot of fun as well when we're eventually there. But group stages are getting close, man, but again, it is not over, at least for 3 of the 4 groups here. Yeah,
we got a great lineup of games coming up, and like you said, I am so excited for tomorrow. Those should be really, really great games at the highest level of HON between Fnatic and DDoS. It's great that Fnatic are still in it. It makes it exciting, I think, for everybody. But at the same time, they got a lot of work to do. I mean, like we said, they haven't been looking that great. They haven't been looking like their motivation's there either. So hopefully we see a change of pace coming from them and see the old Fnatic team that we've saw and we've all known to, come to know and love. So
especially you, Trev.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
You love those guys.
No, I love the team. I mean, Era is one of the, he's a good friend of mine, and he's a great player. I love watching him. And again, I can go one by one, but they're all great players, and it's fun to see them. But like I said, I hope their motivation is there, and I hope that they're more used to the lockpick mode, especially. I mean, I think that's the biggest key here is that they're not that comfortable with it. So hopefully, Fly's been doing some drafting of his own, and some theory crafting about what he can do best in the lockpick mode, because I know Swindle has.
Yeah.
So. We'll see. Regardless, though, it should be damn good games.
It is.
And I hope you all tune in because those are going to be the games to watch.
What better way to spend your Saturday afternoon, evening, wherever you are, even morning for certain regions, than watching some Honcast with such an awesome matchup. So definitely tune in tomorrow, guys, with that said, because it is going to be a blast. As far as today goes, that is going to be it for us here as this coverage goes today. I do know, though, that you were talking about perhaps going to be doing some personal streaming later on, as far as once again. So if you want to shout out that.
Shout out to everyone's stream. I mean, go watch and support all HON streams. But I will be trying to get my stream in 1080p tonight.
Upgrading the quality, even. You're trying, man.
It's twitch.tv/Trouf, and I'm hoping to get some streaming done tonight. So if you guys aren't doing anything. Hopefully you're nerdy enough to not do anything on a Friday night, but if you are, come watch me be, nerdy myself and play some video games.
Maybe you'll play with some viewers. Maybe.
If you're especially nice to me.
There is also, that's true. S2 Plays actually is still going on right now, as it does every Friday, so you can also definitely join on that. But also, I may be streaming later on tonight, twitch.tv/BreakCPK, of course. If you want to watch a good player,
viewers?
If you want to watch a good player, then go ahead and check that one out. But yeah, no, so I know that both of us, especially you, you're definitely going to be doing a lot more of that, so definitely check out those streams, guys, and having fun with that. So as far as that goes, those guys, I'm Trell, if you want to wrap this up.
as far as that goes, guys, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we'll have you all back tomorrow for probably the best game series of the whole tournament, really, in my opinion. It should be a lot of fun. This is where I'm going to screw it up. It's at noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, 21 Central European time. Did I
3
get that
p.m.
right?
Eastern. You
3
are
p.m.
right.
Eastern, yes.
You are right.
Okay. Tune in then. Shit!
This is a lot harder than it looks, isn't it? No, but yeah, so definitely tune in then, guys. It's going to be fun. As far as today goes, big shout out to you guys. Shout out to Killer Orange over there, the producer. That's going to do it for tonight. Tune in tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you then.
See ya.